On this Friday, we bring you some good news that is so cute your day is just going to be made. It really does not get any better than this, and it's only 6:19 in the morning.
We're introducing you to 8-year-old Ivy Hutchins of Basalt, Colorado, and her best friend, Bruce.
Where is Bruce? Where is Bruce, Mom? Mom, where's Bruce?
Bruce is Ivy's mailman. Now, they only spend a few minutes a day together, but those minutes are important to Ivy. She sits on the porch in her swing, waiting all day just to see her friend Bruce.
Well, it means a lot. Ivy has autism, so she doesn't make friends very easily. So she connects a lot more with adults, and everybody just is drawn to her because she's so funny and quirky.
She's special. She's always just brought a smile to my face.
Okay, well, it's great to see you.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Take a closer look at what Ivy's wearing as well. It is a U.S. Postal Service sweater. That is a Christmas gift from Bruce. And if you're not already crying, I'm about to get you. I've got even more. Now, the Postal Service doesn't actually make sweaters in Ivy's size. That one was sewed for her by Bruce's wife.
Custom.
I just can't. Yes. It's the best story.
Wow, and she is so special, and I know he looks forward to those moments every time and probably never calls in sick.
I bet he doesn't. All right, it is 6:20. Let's get a check of your forecast with meteorologist Jeremy Wheeler. Jeremy, speaking of calling in sick, I have a feeling people were probably tempted yesterday and maybe today too.
Yeah, where's Katie? You know, maybe she knew something ahead of time here. I don't know. Just kidding. You know, she's out for a reason. But Tower Cam 10 right now. Beautiful. Some folks may want to try and call sick today. But hey, just maybe go out for a walk at lunch. There you go. Or the dinner hour. Tower Cam 10 right now, it's just beautiful. I'm going to step off for a second. That's really nice. And that's what we have going on this morning. And the temperatures aren't too bad either. They're in the 50s and 60s right now. Still warm today with highs in the 70s. We'll see perhaps some isolated showers this afternoon. So it's not going to be a completely rosy day, but it should be a low chance for any showers. Big drop in temperature Saturday. Highs in the low to mid 50s. Mostly dry this weekend. I think the temperatures will pop back up to the 60s as we go into Sunday, or at least close to 60 degrees. So all in all, not bad. 75 today, 53 tomorrow, 60 Sunday. Look at Monday, 47 degrees. Huge drop in temperatures on Monday. So get ready for some ups and downs. It's that time of year, and definitely in the next couple of days it will be just all over the place. So high pressures to the southeast of us now, and a cool front is moving in from the west very slowly. It'll get here this afternoon. And notice there's some showers back to the west. We will catch some of those showers today. These around Richmond, they're moving east. They're drying up. I think they will dry up this morning. Now, maybe a stray shower will make it into Gloucester, but right now I think it'll dry up before it gets there. And then this afternoon, though, a little different story. So we've got winds out of the southwest now. They'll turn out of the west today. Cool front moves in this afternoon. And you might have seen that little flash of green there over towards Richmond. I think the model's trying to tell us that, again, it'll be a very spotty shower this afternoon. Chance of rain 20%. That might even be on the high side. So overall, a good day, but clouds do increase. We still have warm temps. Notice the winds start turning out of the north tonight. That's right, that front will drop to our south. And now we will have a few spotty showers out there till about 7 a.m. But right after 7 o'clock, those drop to the south, and the bulk of the day is dry. So I'd say 95% of the daytime, we're going to be dry and cooler with winds out of the north. That's Saturday. Sunday, well, the winds are out of the south again. We'll warm up. We got partly cloudy skies. Sunday's looking pretty good. I think it's going to be a nice day on Sunday. So right now, we're in the low 50s in Newport News, 56 in Norfolk, 57 in Portsmouth, and 60 in Virginia Beach. It's mild. If you want to go for a walk this morning, walk the pet, just go catch some fresh air, go for it. 55 in Chesapeake, 56 in Hampton, 56 in Suffolk, 61 in Williamsburg. Later today, we warm up. Mid-70s, just a little shy where we were yesterday. So mid-70s, Virginia Beach out to Suffolk, 77 Currituck, Elizabeth City, and then closer to 70 degrees in Killable Hills. Partly cloudy, isolated showers late. Upper 60s, Melfa, 74 in Hampton, 74 Newport News, 76 Williamsburg, 71 in Gloucester. So pretty good weather for outdoor activities. Keep in mind those isolated showers this afternoon kind of drags us over to so-so a little bit for biking, walking, but I think overall it's going to be good. And for boaters, winds west-southwest 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 3 feet, the bays 1 to 2 feet. So your 7-day forecast, you got highs in the low 50s tomorrow, 60 degrees on Sunday, and then 47 degrees on Monday. So we got those up and down temps. The next best chance for rain comes around on Tuesday.
What a nice way to ease into the weekend. 75 and sunny today.
That's right. Don, you're going to call us sick here in the next 15 minutes or so?
No, I'm going to enjoy the day and the company. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, when you head out later this morning, weather will be fine the rest of the day, so you'll be looking good.
Yeah, hopefully people can, like you said, either get out for lunch, maybe end the day a little bit early. It is a day for that. All right, it is 6:24. Let's send it over to Madison Glassman for Time Saver Traffic.
Yeah, is it too late to call in sick? I would think so. Just
Sprained
kidding.
ankle.
Just kidding. I would never do that. All right, 264 West by City Hall Avenue. Everything looking great as you make your way to Chesapeake or Portsmouth, crossing over the Berkeley Bridge into the downtown tunnel and headed eastbound from Portsmouth into Norfolk. Drive times have remained in the green there all morning long. That hasn't changed. Across the south side of 564 West, also looking okay. You may see some slowdowns later on. Coming up in a half hour, actually, on the South Military Highway by the Gilmerton Bridge. We've got a lift there at 7. Don?
Madison, thank you. Our time, 6:25. Diagnostic procedures which lead to invasive surgeries. That's the focus of the latest chapter in our Wavy.com exclusive docuseries, The Patients versus Perways.
Our team walks you through how Chesapeake OBGYN Dr. Javed Perways used procedures to justify others.
We're raised that you trust the police, you trust your teachers, your doctors, all these people that have an influence over our lives, and we are taught you trust them because of the position they hold. And that's how I felt with Dr. Perways. I trusted him, and I felt so betrayed and so hurt because of what had been taken from me.
What had been taken from you?
The chance to have children again, if I'd wanted more children.
Chapter 6 is now on Wavy.com. Perways was convicted of insurance fraud last year, and he was scheduled to be sentenced March 31st. 10 on Your Side has learned that that hearing has been continued due to a scheduling conflict.
6:26 now. Our breaking news coverage continues in our next half hour of news. Norfolk police are investigating a deadly double shooting. Our Kara Dixon has a live report coming up.
A new way to beat the traffic could be coming to Europe soon.
A German company is currently testing a flying taxi. It says could hit the skies within the next 3 years. The first tests in the Paris region are planned for this summer. Check it out. Now, the company says the two-seater aircraft could initially fly with a pilot at 60 miles per hour for a, quote, reasonable price. Now, according to the CEO, a 15-minute flight across the city could cost around $80 to $100. The first flights are proposed for 2024. That's just in time for the Paris Olympic Games.
This is your latest news from the station on your side, Wavy News 10.
6:30, here's what's happening. We are on top of breaking news from Norfolk this morning. That's where police are searching for a killer after a deadly double shooting.
It happened early this morning on Gough Street, not far from Huntersville Park. 10 on your side's Kara Dixon joins us live from the Norfolk Police Department now.
Kara, what can you tell us?
Hey, Don and Lex. Now, right now, we know that 2 women died in that shooting, but we are still working to learn more about what led up to that deadly double shooting over on Gough Street. Now, the 911 call came in just around midnight for that shooting. Now, it happened off of Gough Street at the Hunter Square Apartments, which is right at that corner of Tidewater Drive. Now, when we were out at the scene, we spoke with witnesses. They didn't want to be on camera, but they told us they heard around 15 gunshots ring out this morning. Now, we were out there when the bodies were being taken away. We were also out there where a tow truck took a vehicle away that police were looking at. Now, I have reached out to Norfolk Police to get more information about those victims. We are still waiting to hear back from them about that. We're also waiting to hear back if they are looking for any suspects at this time. And as we learn more information, we will let you all know at home more about that. Reporting live in Norfolk, I'm Kara Dixon, 10 on your side.
Kara, thank you. 6:31. Also breaking this morning, a trooper and another driver are both expected to recover after a crash on the interstate. State police tell us it happened just after 3 this morning on I-64 East in York County near the Busch Gardens exit.
Investigators say the trooper was stopped on the left shoulder checking car speeds. Then a Chevy Tahoe ran off the road and hit the trooper's car from behind. Paramedics took both the trooper and the SUV driver to the hospital. Again, both the trooper and driver are expected to be okay. We're working to learn if the driver will face any charges.
We're going to continue to follow both of these breaking stories throughout the morning and send you any updates through the Wavy News app.
Our other top story this morning is President Joe Biden's first primetime address to the nation last night. It marked exactly 1 year since the World Health Organization declared the coronavirus a pandemic. In just a minute, we'll have the highlights of his speech, including his plan to get the U.S. closer to normal by this summer.
But first, let's get you ready to start the day. Madison Glassman and meteorologist Jeremy Wheeler are keeping an eye on the roads and the skies. Madison will have your 10 time-saver traffic report coming up, but right now, let's get a check of the weather. And Jeremy, today will be the last warm day before some changes blow in.
That's exactly right. Yeah, we got temperatures today in the 70s. We hit the afternoon. Right now, temperatures aren't too bad. Maybe a little cool to go for a swim yet, but it is nice out. Go for a walk along the beach. That might be good, because right now it's 60 degrees in Virginia Beach, 56 in Hampton, 56 in Norfolk, 58 Back Bay, 51 in Newport News, and mid to upper 50s in Portsmouth, Chesapeake, Suffolk, mid 50s even in Franklin. So no cold air around. We have no rain here locally, but there's a couple spotty showers between Richmond and Petersburg. They are moving east. I think they're going to dry up before they get here. So other than maybe a stray shower this morning, we should be dry. Now, we go into the afternoon, we might catch a couple more isolated showers, but on the whole, we're going to have a dry day and warm temps. Highs in the mid-70s. Tomorrow, the temperatures do drop quite a bit, and so I'll talk about that whole weekend forecast coming up in just 10 minutes. Now, Madison's in, taking a look at traffic.
Good morning. It is that time of the morning, 6:30, when delays start to form on the Hampton side of the HRBT. So from Armistead Avenue to 4th View in Norfolk, that is now a 15-minute trip, so really nothing too dramatic there. The Monitor Merrimack James River Bridge also looking okay. And we do have a lift coming up at the JRB this morning. That is going to be around 8:45. On the south side, you may see some slowdown start to form here in about a half hour on South Military Highway. That's because we've got an opening at the Gilmerton Bridge at 7 o'clock. Lex?
This morning, there's a new timeline for how quickly all Americans will be eligible for COVID vaccines. During his first primetime address to the nation last night, President Biden directed states to make all adults eligible for the shot by May 1st. That is much earlier than expected.
Now, the president also outlined a plan to get the country closer to normal by July 4th. But the president stressed the goal of a more normal Independence Day depends on all of us doing our part. And that includes getting vaccinated when it's our turn and continuing to follow masking and social distancing guidelines.
If we do our part, if we do this together, by July the 4th, there's a good chance you, your families and friends will be able to get together in your backyard or in your neighborhood and have a cookout and a barbecue and celebrate Independence Day. But to get there, we can't let our guard down.
Governor Ralph Northam echoed President Biden's caution in a tweet last night. Northam said, quote, "We can celebrate independence from this virus on July 4th in Virginia if we all continue following public health guidelines and get vaccinated." The governor went on to say opening up vaccine eligibility to all adults by May 1st is an ambitious target that we can achieve in Virginia. Now, there are more opportunities for those of you in Northeast North Carolina to get a vaccine shot today. Albemarle Regional Health Services is hosting first and second dose vaccine clinics in Bertie and Pasquotank counties. The clinic in Bertie is happening from 9 to 11:30 this morning at Bertie County High School in Windsor. The clinic in Pasquotank is happening from 9 to 11:30 and from 1 to 4 p.m. at Elizabeth City Aviation Commerce Park. And you can find all this information on wavy.com.
Looking ahead to next week, more people in Portsmouth will be able to get vaccinated at the Sportsplex. Chopper 10 flew above the mass vaccination site off Summit Avenue. Starting Tuesday, health officials will work to administer 1,000 COVID-19 shots a day. City leaders are concerned the number of black people that haven't been vaccinated is alarmingly high compared to white people. The vice mayor told 10 on Your Side he hopes to get involved with local church leaders to build trust in the vaccine.
Sailors aboard the Norfolk-based USS Dwight D. Eisenhower are getting their second dose of the coronavirus vaccine. The Ike Medical Department started administering the second Moderna shot to sailors yesterday. The Navy says the process of getting the whole crew their second doses will take 9 days. Receiving the shot is voluntary. All righty, our time now is 6:36, and still to come on Wavy News 10 today. Vaccinating young Virginians. A vaccine trial for children is underway in Richmond. I spoke with one teen about his experience.
Now, your Super Doppler 10 forecast from meteorologist Jeremy Wheeler.
High temperatures yesterday were awesome, as expected. We hit the upper 70s in Norfolk, 78 degrees. I got that one on the button. 75 in Elizabeth City, 70 degrees in Manio, and 72 in Melfa. I was a little surprised you made it to that much. I thought you'd be upper 60s around 70, but 72 Melfa, and then 77 Williamsburg, 76 at West Point. So lots of 70s, lots of comfortable temperatures. Temperatures right now aren't too bad. 60 in Virginia Beach, 59 Wallops Island, 57 in Killable Hills, 56 Edenton, Suffolk, and 51 degrees in Newport News. So we got fair skies out there at the moment. Tower Cam 10 looks fine. And satellite radar, we've got just a little bit of clouds. Now off to the west, there's a few showers. These are probably going to dry up before they move to the east and make it here. So you may catch a stray shower between Williamsburg and Gloucester, but I think it'd be a sprinkle. Now later this afternoon, we will have a little bit of showers around. There'll be some isolated showers. It's a low chance, 20%. So it's not going to be a big drought buster or anything like that. Of course, I can't say a drought, but we're not going to have a lot of rain, bottom line. So our winds are out of the southwest at 10 to 15 miles an hour. They'll turn out of the west today, 10 to 15. I don't think we're going to have too strong a gust, maybe up to 20 in some spots. I think yesterday the winds were stronger. So at the bus stops this morning, upper 50s, a few clouds. And we've got today 75 degrees and, well, maybe a stray shower this afternoon, but again, a low chance. Now, pollen levels are increasing. The tree pollen is high, solidly, but mold is going down a little bit. But the tree pollen is going to bother a lot of folks, like it did myself. 72 at the lunch hour, 75 at 3 p.m. And then tomorrow, huge drop in temps, highs in the 50s. Going to talk about the whole weekend forecast for you, coming up in just 10 minutes. But now let's see what kind of issues we have on the roads. Madison?
Yeah, if you're heading out the door, making your way through Chesapeake or have plans to, if your commute is taking you across South Military Highway, this opening, coming up any moment now at the Gilmerton Bridge will definitely slow you down. Again, it's along South Military Highway here, so you could always take 64 east and west at the high-rise bridge as your alternate. And from Bowers Hill to the bridge itself, that's only an 8-minute trip. Speeds are into the 60s there. Across the south side, no delays on your major interstate system except here, 64 east on the Hampton side of the HRBT. Don?
Madison, thank you. It is 6:41, still ahead. Similar symptoms. All new at 6:45. We explain a new problem doctors are seeing as the pandemic continues into allergy season. We are back at 6:44. A Virginia research firm is now testing a coronavirus vaccine on children, and it's looking for more young participants. I spoke with one teen about his experience with the testing.
Yeah, a lot of our family on the West Coast.
The pandemic is personal for the Candiani family of Richmond. This is 17-year-old Zachary and his mother, Tammy.
His grandfather got it a little bit ago and was hospitalized and got better, and my uncle unfortunately got it, and he's in the hospital right now too.
So when Tammy's husband, Eric, told them of an opportunity to participate in the Pfizer pharmaceutical adult trial, they jumped on it. Eric got his shot about a month ago at Virginia Research Center in Richmond.
They had opened it up and asked if he knew of any teenagers who might be interested, and so we thought Zach might be. And
so I went over there, got the shot, or what I thought was the shot, but I got the placebo.
Zach says staff called him back about a week later and offered to give him the real Pfizer vaccine as part of the juvenile study.
It wasn't a problem for me at all. I mean, I felt safe. My husband, like I said, had already been in the trial.
How safe are the vaccines that you're administering to children? What have you been able to find out so far?
So is the safety data, I mean, the safety data is pretty clear. You know, the number of adverse side effects is very, very, very low. Maybe in the order of, the last numbers I looked at about a week ago were about in the order of 11 per million vaccines. So it appears to be very, very, very safe.
It went smooth. My arm was a little sore, but that's pretty much all. I had a headache in the morning, but it wasn't that terrible.
Zach's 14-year-old sister also received the vaccine. All have agreed to be in the trial with the Virginia Research Center for at least 2 years to test the long-term effects. The Virginia Research Center isn't just testing Pfizer's COVID vaccine on young people. It's also looking for volunteers of all ages willing to get the shot to help determine its effectiveness against the newer strains of COVID-19. As part of the testing, you will get the shot. You'll also have to commit to 2 years of follow-up visits.
We're looking for anybody who's willing to drive to the Richmond, Virginia area. Age groups currently are going to be anywhere from 5 years old and above. We're actually getting ready to start a variant trial as well, which will involve adults as well as kids. So, 5 years old and above.
If you'd like to participate in current and upcoming trials with the Virginia Research Center, call the number on your screen. That's 804-893-2273. We also put a link to the Virginia Research Center's website on wavy.com. 6:47 now. All new this morning. As the spring approaches, so does allergy season. And that can pose a problem, an extra problem during the pandemic.
The symptoms of allergies and of mild cases of COVID-19 can be similar. Some shared symptoms include congestion, a runny nose, sore throat, and fatigue. Dr. Scott Fortune says he has seen a big increase in allergy sufferers coming in for an evaluation.
With the moderate or severe cases, it's usually a little easier to tell the difference between COVID and allergic rhinitis because there's so many other things that people have, but it's the mild cases where there can be some confusion both for patients and for providers.
So how can you tell the difference? Doctors say sneezing and irritated eyes are not symptoms of COVID-19, so if that's what you're experiencing, it is most likely allergies. Meanwhile, a fever, body aches, and nausea are all possible symptoms of COVID-19. If you think you have COVID, you should get tested. New this morning, a man will spend 10 years in prison for his role in a deadly shooting that happened in Norfolk in 2018. A judge sentenced Kyden Taylor Wednesday. In 2019, Taylor pleaded guilty to several charges, including second-degree murder and attempted robbery. Those counts stemmed from the murder of 38-year-old Lawrence Williams. Williams was shot on West 35th Street on the night of April 23, 2018. He died at the hospital 2 days later. Police charged Taylor and 3 other men in the case. Taylor was 17 years old at the time of the shooting, but he was certified as an adult to Norfolk Circuit Court.
Home improvement projects have soared during the pandemic, but what about campus improvements? Well, the Home Depot is offering grants to the nation's historically black colleges and universities, or HBCUs, to help them spruce up their campuses. Norfolk State University and Hampton University are in the running for donations that total $1 million. A total of 31 schools are competing for the funds in a 12-year-old program called Retool Your School. You have only 4 more days to vote for NSU, Hampton, or your favorite HBCU.
Now, your Super Doppler 10 forecast from meteorologist Jeremy Wheeler.
This time of year, temperatures tend to bounce around all over the place, and you can see that last couple of weeks. That's exactly what's happened. We had a warm streak, and then a cool streak, another cool streak, and then we had warm temperatures lately, last 3 days. Yesterday we hit 78, 74 before that, 72 before that. So today going for highs in the mid-70s, not quite as warm. We'll have more clouds, cool fronts moving in late, so that's what we got. Still, this is the last warm day before we get another cool down, though. Tomorrow highs will be near 50 or the low 50s. That's it. The 80s will be pushed down to Atlanta and 40s in New York. And then we get into Sunday, and temperatures come up a little bit, 60s, but then we drop again on Monday into the 40s. So all over the place for those temps. Now, humidity is going up a little bit today. It'll be still pleasant, though. I mean, it's not going to be super humid out, anything like that. But the humidity drops again late Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then goes up again Tuesday. And that goes with the rain chances, too. So today, a slight chance for a shower, mainly this afternoon. Hardly any rain out there Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I might even drop that to 0 on one of the 2 of the days. But Tuesday, 70% chance of rain. That's our next best chance for showers. There's a lot of showers out there now over towards this cool front that's to our west, but that's going to come in later this afternoon into the evening, give us a few showers. Now these are around Richmond. They are moving east, but I think they're going to fall apart. It's still very dry out, so those, I doubt they're going to make it to the ground. So we'll get a little cloud cover this morning, a little more clouds as we go into the afternoon, and the winds will be out of the west at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Now, you may have missed it. There's a little flash of green there, a couple of splotches. I think that's trying to tell us there could be some isolated or spotty showers this afternoon, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. You notice there's a couple to our north. I just think they'll be a little closer to Hampton Roads later today. Overnight, we will catch a couple of isolated showers. There'll be a cold front dropping to the south. It might last until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning near the state line, but then we dry up and we'll be dry for the rest of the day. So that's kind of where that 10%er comes into play. Otherwise, we're dry Saturday afternoon, we're dry Saturday evening, Saturday night, and on Sunday. Looks like we'll be pretty dry through that day as well. Okay, so right now, we got temps in the low 50s in Newport News. Nice. 56 in Norfolk, 57 in Portsmouth, 60 degrees Virginia Beach. It's comfortable. 50s and 60s as you walk out the door with a few clouds. We're still warm today with highs in the mid-70s from Virginia Beach, Norfolk, out to Portsmouth and Suffolk. 76 Chesapeake, 77 Elizabeth City, 71 in Killable Hills. Could see some isolated showers this afternoon, but again, it's a low chance. 74 in Hampton and Newport News, 69 in Melfa, 71 Gloucester, and 69 degrees in Kilmarnock. You'll have that cool front coming in today, so a little cooler north of Hampton Roads. Now tomorrow, temperatures in the low 50s, partly cloudy skies. Remember that stray shower very early in the day, but the rest of the day's dry. Sunday's dry, 60, and then Monday, pretty dry, 47 for the high. That's it. Warmer Tuesday, but that's our highest chance of rain, 70%. That's the latest forecast. Madison's in now with traffic.
As you head out the door in Chesapeake, be prepared to see some backups here on South Military Highway.